Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ready Steady Play. And as you can hear, we're doing more Journeys in Middle-earth. Yep, welcome back to Journeys in Middle-earth, Spreading War, the adventures of Boromir and Rennarian continue, and we're going to pick up with them where they left off. They've just escorted the refugees to Dunharrow, and we've managed to weed out the bardic spy in our midst. But this next level, as you can see, is the Siege of Dunharrow. So we will no doubt be protecting those refugees. So let's find out what happens to Boromir and Rennarian. P.S. If you know how to pronounce her name, post it phonetically in the chat, because there's definitely accents on there that I cannot pronounce. So this is the Siege of Dunharrow. After delivering the refugees to Dunharrow, you stayed to inspect the fort's defenses. During your time, you have built earthworks, gathered supplies, and organized patrols and mercenaries, and the mercenaries have left you in peace. However, your mistrust in the Quiet Weeks... I'm just going to take this all again, you know. However, you mistrust the Quiet Weeks, and know that an attack must be coming soon. Hopefully, your planned defenses will hold. Your next adventure will be a battle map. Okay, well that's good. At least it'll be small. Do I have any items to upgrade? No, I did not get enough lore. Boo. Fine. Whatever. I didn't even want to upgrade anything anyway. Although I can take another... I always get really cautious of these skill upgrades. So check up your sleeve. Says, before you or a nearby hero tests, you may discard this skill to look at the top card of your deck. Add a success to that test for each symbol of inspiration symbol on the card. And then it's got hide on it as well. We can have clever distraction or improvisation as well. So clever distraction is another one that doesn't have any symbols on it. It just says when an enemy moves into a nearby space, you may discard this skill for a hero to become hidden. So that can be you as well. And then improvisation. Before you attack, you may discard this skill for your equipped items to gain ranged for that attack. Strike 2, hide. Obviously, strike 2 is great. Hide is great. But I don't really need to add ranged to my weapons because I've only got one weapon and it's already ranged. So with that in mind, if we're doing a battle map next, I think the question I've got to ask myself is, are any of these good for battle? And improvisation's the only one. So let's give it a try and see if we don't regret adding improvisation to the deck, where we have... Oh, we could, of course... Okay, we're on 11, so we can't get to the 12 ones yet anyway. Right, so those ones... are for our trickster, and then we've got the soldier over here. That's Boromir. He's got fighting advance, or fighting advance that he can take. So just 3 copies of the same skill, which is before you travel, you must discard this skill and scout 1. Before you attack, you may move 1 space. It's got an improvisation symbol on it, so I don't really see any reason not to add that anyway. It seems useful, and it could give us something there, so we can pop that down and see how that goes. Alright, let's give these decks a shuffle and see where we go from here. Nope. I think there's a whole thing here. I need to ask someone about, like, what good combos I could be doing. Or I need to sit down and figure it out myself. I always say that when I'm playing this. At the end of the winding stair of the hold, the mighty fortress of Dun Harrow offers refuge to the Rohirrim and the refugees of Rohan. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. I'm just shuffling the decks. Alright, that feels like I've shuffled all the best cards into the right spots. So now it's time for battle map. I guess this is just hold out as long as necessary or some such. You stand outside in the cleared courtyard that serves as a buffer between the outer walls and the shelter of the keep. Is there nothing in this courtyard? What is happening here? Each hero gains 1 inspiration and scouts 1. Okay. Let's get wary. And scouts 2. Gain 1 inspiration and scout 2. So for Renarian, we've got Chicanery and Clever Wit. So Chicanery is one of my success cards. And it says, when you interact and test, you may add 1 success for each unique trait amongst your prepared skills and gain a boon of your choice. If you do so, discard this skill. Well, gaining a boon of my choice is actually great, because I could get something like Emboldened, which during a battle mat can be very, very helpful. On the flip side, it's got my success on it. And furthermore, this is a tactic, actually. And the card I have equipped down here is a shadow card. So that would be 2 successes. So yeah, preparing Chicanery just seems like a really strong opening combo. Clever Wit, not interested. Let's put it on the bottom. Now, remember, with the Pagmule, we can have up to 2 extra cards prepared with Renarian as well. What I'll do, actually, is I think I'll focus this camera over here on Renarian's set, and then we'll go over here for Boromir. There we go. So he's got Gift of Men and Blood of Gondor. So Gift of Men is simply the one that lets you change all of your inspirations into... Oh no, this is something else. I was thinking of something else. During your turn, you may discard this skill to discard 1 fear. That could be really good, especially if the fear is particularly bad. Well, the Blood of Gondor... When you test, you may discard this skill to reveal 3 additional cards, and it's got Guard 2 on it as well. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's prepare Gift of Men. And we'll put the success back on top, because we'll probably need a success shortly. Alright, we're going to put up some barricades. Hager's cat just skipping around my stream like they don't believe I should be, that he should be watching it. Where are my terrain cards? In here, I think. Yes. Okay, fences. Do you have one for fences? Here we go. When you would move through a fence, test agility. 1. If you fail, forfeit your move instead. After an enemy moves through a fence, their movement immediately ends. Well, that's helpful. The courtyard is bisected by a long, low fence. It is useful for training exercises as well as an impediment to invading forces. Two trenches. After a hero moves through a trench, they suffer 2 face-down damage. After an enemy moves through a trench, apply 2 hits to that enemy. This may change the enemy attack. Huh. Okay. Just beyond the fence, you've added a long trench to further impede the mercenary forces. The trench is soon to be finished entirely as the weeks... The trench isn't finished yet. Doesn't go all the way along. One random statue. Am I expected to, like, run out there swinging? Because I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm just going to hide behind my wall. Safe behind my wall. Well, I've lost... Oh, my statues are there. Here's a statue. And what does that do? I think I can... Can't I push that on someone? Or is that the boulder? You may interact with the statue. Test your might at 2. If you pass, apply 4 hits and thunder to an enemy in your space and discard the statue. Yep, so you can push the statue onto people. Who's the statue of? Doesn't matter. Don't care. Now it's a weapon. In the far corner of the courtyard stands a statue to the Rohirrim. The warrior depicted is nameless, but their rearing mount and fierce resolve inspire the people of Rohan to strength. Whoa! Add loads more stuff all at once. Okay. Add a boulder and a bush. Add a fire pit. And a fountain. And 2 barrels. Okay, so I think the bush is something we can hide in, right? After you end your turn in the space with the bush, you may test your your wit. And if you pass, you can become hidden. Might have to just move Boromir here to make a bit of room for these. So I should probably put these nearby what they represent, or I will forget to look at them. Right, we've got the... There's literally a thing called barricade, which I haven't apparently built any of. If you test to negate damage while in a space with a boulder, you may automatically convert 1 inspiration to a success. Yep, because we can hide behind the boulder. Of course. If you attack while in a space with a fire pit, you may discard a card with inspiration from the test to add pierce or smite. So it's kind of like us setting our weapons on fire to add additional damage. We've got the fountain here. I don't think I've played with the fountain before. If you would suffer fear while in a space with the fountain, that fear is face down. If you test to negate damage, or fear while in a space with a fountain, you may reveal one additional card. So the fountain inspires us to be tougher. Finally, the barrels. You may interact with the barrels. Test wit 2. If you pass, apply 4 hits and stun to a nearby enemy and discard the barrels. So we push the barrels over onto our enemies. Alright, cool. I can remember that. Easy. The rest of the courtyard has been left mostly untouched by your added defensive measures. Okay. Oh, there's the barricade! I was literally just complaining about that. Why have I not got any barricades in my defensive position, huh? More importantly, why is it at the back here? Is someone... Am I going to get attacked in the back? Heroes and enemies cannot move into this space unless they can ignore terrain. Alright, so once I leave the space of the barricade, I cannot move back into it, apparently. This morning you are constructing the first of many mobile barricades to seal the fort in case of attack. You are pleased with its bulk, but it may prove too difficult for many of the new recruits to maneuver alone. Many of Dunharrow's warriors have come to be conscripted from the willing refugees, as more able warriors are sent to Edoras to be commanded by King Theoden. Suddenly, a cracking noise splits the mountain air around you. Through a cloud of smoke and dust, you can just make out the sealed gate of Dunharrow, now yawning wide amid rubble and the ruins of the outer wall. The mercenary forces have made their attack and breached the fortress. How could they have gotten so close with no alarm raised? It's a giant mercenary spider! These are the same spiders that chased me all the way from Edoras. Uruk-hai? Bear with me while I find the bright marble. Alright, well this is a relatively manageable force, right? Oh no, wait, that's an elite spider. It wants revenge for the other spiders I killed in the last map. It's King Spider. Behold its mighty banner. Ah, and here comes King Ruffian. We haven't seen ruffians like that since, well, Campaign 1. A wooden crate has been left in one corner of the courtyard, but what is stored within is a mystery to you. It's a betrayal crate. It's filled with betrayal. It will take some time for the fortress to marshal its warriors to drive the mercenaries back behind the outer wall. You can use your defensive measures to hold them off in the meantime, but you really should find out how they got past the gate in the first place. Objective updated. Investigate what happened to the guards at the gate. And so it begins. A wooden crate has not made it inside Dunhauer with the rest of the refugee supplies. Perhaps it was left out here for defensive reasons. Investigating what happened with the gate guard could help you defend against the mercenary attack. Okay, so I guess my strategy here really is Renarian and Boromir have to advance. I guess somewhat slowly, because if I just charge down the battle map here, I'm just going to get into trouble. So I'm here. I can't re-enter this space once I leave it, but nor can enemies. No one is in range. What's the deal with these fences again? When you would move through a fence, test agility. If you fail, forfeit that movement instead. Well, I guess what I'll do... And Renarian has no way to improve her her range, does she? No, but she's got that Scout 2 action. So I think... Why doesn't she go first? And what we'll do is we'll just travel 1 up here. And then we're in quite a... Because they all want to come around here anyway, right? They can't go through this trench, can they? No. Well, they can. But they take damage. So actually, will they just walk over the trench? I wish I knew how they chose which person to attack, because I could just stay here with Renarian, and then we could prepare cards and get ready, and then what we could do is we could shoot them when they land in here after they stop when they come over the wall. Whereas if I move in here and they cross over the wall, even if their movement ends, they can still attack me. However, if they ignore Renarian and come over here and I'm still stuck over here, I'm not even in range to attack anyway. Whereas at least if I'm here, I can attack multiple times. Alright, I've talked myself into it. So we'll move up to here. And then... And then what I'll do is I'll just do her ability, which is Scout 2, and if you prepare certain cards, gain benefits. So what we've got here is Undying Might, and look over there. When you sprint, you do not provoke attacks. Sprint 1. So let's prepare Undying Might, simply because it's not that useful for me, but I might need it for health saves and things like that. And when I prepare that, I gain an inspiration, thanks to my ability. And then we can put look over there on the bottom. And then that's it for her turn. She could travel 1 more stop, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to wait there. And then Boromir can go 1, 2, like this. And... I need to now make an agility check. 1, and if I fail, I forfeit my movement instead. Come on, Boromir. What is my agility? It's 3. So I got 3 cards here, so surely this should be okay, right? Hey, 1 success. That's good. So we've succeeded. So we made it up there. And then I guess action number 2, we might as well investigate the barrel, right? And see what's going on. We made it this far. Opening the crate, you will find it filled with colorful wrapped tubes and packages. A sharp smell rises from the bright pile, reminding you of forge fire. Test your wit. Oh no, me not good at wit. Me no good at wit. Do I have 2? No, I have 1 inspiration. 3 wit. Oh wait, am I supposed to be down 1 agility? Yes, I should be down 1 agility. That just means I wouldn't have this card. The weakness. I'll put that back on top. And then I'll suffer it in this next test. Because I would have drawn those 2 then. Alright, so now I've got my weakness, I've got Unyielding Spirit, and I've got Born to Lead, which is rubbish. Do I really want to spend my 1 inspiration here? Well, this is one of those tests where you can build it up. So you can add like a success now and another success later and so forth. So sure, I'll do it. And then we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. You cannot fathom why this is a crate of what appear to be children's gifts stashed outside Dunharrow. There must be a reason for it. And I will get to the bottom of this critical, important mystery. Hagar's rightly pointing out this looks a bit like wave defense. Alright, here we go. Shadow phase. Select an enemy to provoke. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do at all. I meant to do this. Yes! Okay, so he wants to attack Renarian. Which he can do. He's just going to go 1, 2 like this. And then he has to immediately stop, but that's fine because he's made it far enough to attack anyway. That's right, isn't it? He just... Their movement immediately ends. Right, so his movement has immediately ended, but now he can attack. Ouch! Okay, so that's 2 damage and a fear. We've got padded armor. When you test to negate damage or fear, you may spend 1 inspiration to convert 2 to successes. Alright, and so this is negated with wisdom, which is only 2. Sad. There's not really anything I can do to improve this either. So we've got 0 successes. So that's just straight up shitloads of damage. This is already off to a really bad start. I would do the damage first. Weariness. More weariness. Infighting. Each hero flips 1 damage face up, then flips this card face down. Well, fortunately, that's not going to matter here. But I'm not happy about this. So the, what is this? The spider attacks Boromir. So presumably it just runs direct route to Boromir over this, taking 2 damage. It's bloodthirsty. What does that mean? Its damage is increased. Oh, I don't like that. So attacks. The unnatural movements of the spider are difficult to track. So spirit negates this. So Boromir, not great at spirit, but let's see what happens. I've got... well, actually, no, I've got 3. So spirit's okay. And then we've got Gift of Men. We can get rid of a fear with that. We've got Guard 2. Guard can be used on yourself, right? Do we have to use... I can't remember if we have to use Guard before or after drawing for the roll. Yeah. Any hero that is in the same space as a hero who would suffer damage can discard a card that has Guard to prevent that damage. You must use Guard before the damage and fear cards are revealed. They can use Guard to prevent damage to themselves. You can prevent any combination of damage or fear. Okay. So... I can see the roll first. In fact, I have to. So I've got Time of Need, Ancient Wisdom, which are useless, and Love of War and Valor, which is okay. So I can spend these 2. I can spend these. I can use the Plate Armor to add 1 success, and then I can discard Gift of Men to prevent the fear. So the Plate Armor and the Success prevent the 2 damage, and then the Prepared Gift of Men prevents the fear. So Boromir continuing to prove to be reasonably tanky. And then the Uruk moves 1. So no target. The Uruk can smell you on the wind, bloodless leading it unerringly to battle. It moves 4 towards the closest hero, which is Boromir, so actually it charges 1-2 over the trench and takes 2 damage. Ah, but with his armor, it doesn't even matter. My trench is pointless. I don't know why it changes to this after I already said he had no target. Unless, yeah, that's bizarre. Yeah. It like resets his attack if I do damage to him, which is peculiar. Shadow deepens and hope yet endures. Threat increases by 4. Alright, well now we've got some fighting to do, don't we? So we're just straight into the fighting. So let's have a look. What is the deal with this ruffian here? Oh, yeah, reset your deck and scout 2, of course. So we've got Ancient Wisdom and Burdened. So I really like to prepare her weakness card because it gets it out the deck, and she's got the Pack Mule. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put Ancient Wisdom on the bottom. And then it's Boromir's turn. So we've got Born to Lead and Overpower. Born to Lead during your turn. If there's a nearby enemy, you may discard this skill for you and each nearby hero to become emboldened. Strike 2. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. And we put the success back on top. So let's let Boromir go first. And then we'll just discard Born to Lead right away, and then we'll both become emboldened. And that just kind of makes sense. So, emboldened is... At the end of your turn, if there are no nearby enemies, discard it. Until then, when you attack, add 2 hits. If you take damage, discard it. So it's just going to give us 2 hits on each attack, right? So, let's have a think here. So Boromir's going first. So now it's his turn. So I think we should probably stun the... I think we can probably kill the giant spider in 1 hit. So let's stun the Uruk and then try and kill the giant spider. And I think that'll be our 2 actions. So we hit the Uruk high with our sword. Oh, and at the start of your turn, if you're in a space with an enemy, you or a nearby hero gains an inspiration. Well, Renarian's got 2, so I'll take 1. Thanks, Horn. And now we make a might attack against the Uruk high. 4 cards. And we've got 2 successes and 2 inspiration as well. So, 2 successes. Well, we want to use the charger to add sunder and stun. And then the 2 successes could be 5 hits from the sword. So let's have a look and see what that looks like. Not the ruffian, the Uruk. So sunder and stun with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So it'd have 3 left. Nope, we get to add 2 from emboldened, so he has 1 left. So I think we definitely spend our inspiration here to trigger 2 more hits from either the sword or the war charger, which is more than enough to kill the Uruk. So it's dead, and we gain an inspiration or a nearby hero, but we'll take it on Boromir because he doesn't have any left. We've used the war charger, so I'll just flip that upside down to remind me that we've done that. And we get to keep emboldened for now. Alright, and then we make an attack against the spider. It's only got 2 hit points, so hopefully we can finish that off as well. So here we go. It's another might attack. I mean, actually, provided can we... We've got emboldened, so we can just add 2 hits anyway. So it's pretty much for sure. Well, we've got 1 success anyway, so that's 2 hits already. So we can just do 4. Alright, now I'm going to take that inspiration as well, because I'm going to need this inspiration to figure out what these children's toys are for. Boromir is not exactly a good mystery solver. And... why is this glowing? You built this barricade to be mobile, but it takes a great effort to maneuver. A hero in this space may pay 1 move... may move the barricade 1 space as an action. Enemies cannot move into this space unless they ignore impassable barriers. Should I be using this more cleverly? Well, too late now. Anyway, now it's time for Renarian to shoot the ruffian. Now, let's remind ourselves, this is probably a good time to remind ourselves what fire does. So you can discard a card with inspiration on it to add Pierce or Smite. I don't think either of those are useful against the ruffian, because he doesn't have any magic armor or regular armor. Nope, he's just a dude with 5 health. So, let's go ahead and make an attack. This is a wit attack. We have 4 wit. And we reveal 0 hits. Now we get 2, So actually, for two success, for 2 inspiration, we can kill him. So we spend 2 inspiration to make 2 successes, and then we get 3 hits with Pierce off the bow and 2 more from Emboldened. So Emboldened just showing up and saving the day, really. So we'll keep this inspiration on Renarian because she doesn't have any left. And then she's got another action. Oh, and I've not been clearing the board, so everyone's dead. Get out of here, everyone. I got out all the tiles for exploration, but I needn't have bothered. But I think Renarian's going to hang back, and then she's going to do another scout action with her... her unique power. And we reveal another chicanery and also a look over there. So we'll prepare a look over there and put chicanery back on top. Although I don't think I'm going to be doing any more tests. We will see. So that's 5 of our 6 prepared cards. And we're all out of actions. The mercenary forces relied on stealth and deception to invade Dunharrow, and their tricks are not easily thwarted. Boromir tests agility. No, my weak spot. If he fails, he becomes captured. I think captured is really bad. Remove your figure from the map. You are unaffected by other game effects and cannot perform actions. When you would discard this Bane... flip it instead. You attempt to escape. Flip this Bane. You try to escape capturing courage. With courage and hope. Test... Spirit. Oh, right. I'm not supposed to look at that. Sorry, I'm not supposed to know what that is. I'll change it for... Oh, I'll shuffle it in and I'll get a different one. Right, so there's a lot of different versions of Captured, and it might test different things, so you don't know what you're supposed to be doing on the verse. Right, and Boromir's technically still emboldened, because at the end of his turn there was a nearby enemy, but Renarian is not emboldened anymore either. So, right, so I'm going to fail this test, though. I've had all my successes. I don't think there's any successes here at all. Oh, come on. Show me some symbols. Ooh, symbols. Okay, look, I'm just going to pay 2 inspiration. It's sad because it's all my inspiration, but I just really don't want to become captured. I think it's going to be a complete waste of time to be captured. The delicate new growth of spring is everywhere around you, though the air still tastes of frost. The fragile beginning gives you hope. Each hero tests Spirit 2, and if you pass, gain an inspiration. I'm not going to pass, but I'll try anyway. So I've got 3 Spirit on Boromir, and I roll 1 success. Unfortunately, I have no inspiration left, so I don't get any inspiration. That's a shame. And Renarian, testing Spirit as well. Also 3, 1 success, so... sadly, no inspiration for her either. A goblin arrives. A giant spider shows up too. Wow, this is a really short mission. It's like almost over. Alright, we need to actually get a move on here. this is like, I need to figure out what happened with this guard, basically. Need to stop trying to solve the mystery of the children's toys. Alright, what do we got here? We got Clever Wit, Greyhaven Craft. So, I think I'm going to prepare Clever Wit and then put Greyhaven Craft back on top, because I think what I'm going to have to do with Renarian is solve the mystery of the missing guards. Oh, we can write our war charger as well. Alright. I mean, it's just a goblin and a spider. How hard can they be, right? Not even that threatening. I can basically ignore them and get on with my tasks. Alright, come on, Boromir. Let's scout some useful cards. You've got 0 inspiration. So we could prepare Clever Wit. Or we could prepare... Let's put Sleep Anywhere back on top and prepare Clever Wit. And then let's go first with Renarian, I think, because what I want to do is solve this mystery. So ideally what I want to do is 1, 2, up to here. And solve the mystery of... I mean, it's almost... Oh, maybe... Do you know what? Maybe she can go solve the children's toys. Let's start with Boromir. I've changed my mind. Yeah, I've changed my mind. Boromir goes 1, 2, and tries to solve the mystery of the missing guy. And then we'll see how he gets on. And then we'll maybe send Renarian in. Initially, it doesn't appear as if the mercenaries took the gate by force. Test Wisdom. If there are enemies in this space, you cannot convert investigation to success. Well, there are no enemies, so that's good. They're nearby, but they're not in this space. Unfortunately, I'm god-awful at Wisdom, and I prepared Clever Wit. So this is probably... What do I need? Oh, it just says Test Wisdom. Right, I'm not going to pass this. I got 1. And there's Ancient Wisdom mocking me. Okay, so now the question is, what do we do with Renarian? She could have 2 actions. But I really want to get rid of that threat token because I can see that there's only 10 out of 22 threat left. So I really want to solve that mystery. Unfortunately... Oh, I do have 2 sprint. Okay, so here's what we'll do then. We'll discard Merry Chase for sprint 1. We also get to move an enemy group, but I don't really see the benefit of it. Move 1 enemy group 1 space, or in this case 1 enemy 1 space. I really don't see how that could be beneficial, but what I'll do for the sake of it is I'll put the spider over there, I guess. And then I get to sprint 1. So we move here, and now we have to make a agility check. It's just agility 1, but if we fail, the action is forfeit, so... but actually, I knew we had a success on top anyway, so that's fine. And then we discard Look Over There, which gives us another sprint. And so we'll drop into here, and now we have 2 actions in this space. And action number 1 will test for... this. Yeah, again, it's Ancient Wisdom, or it's Wisdom. I'm not very good at that. I'm only 2. Wisdom is our weak point, so this is exactly what happened last time, but... Alright, so we've got nothing, so I'll spend 1. Oh, I could get 1 more off discarding Chicanery. Yeah, I'll discard Chicanery, and then that also allows me to regain Emboldened. And it gets a success back in my deck, which is nice. So Chicanery says get 1 success for each unique trait in your prepared skills. I've only got 1 unique trait, which is the tactic here. But actually what I can do as well is instead of discarding Chicanery, Boromir can discard Comrade in Arms. So yeah, I'll do that, just in case I need to test again. So that's 1, 2 successes, and I got Emboldened. So hopefully that's enough. The more time you spend investigating the gate guard station, the more a terrible feeling of being watched grows in your mind. Is it possible that the mercenaries are allied to a more powerful force than you guessed? Lore increases by 1, discard the threat token, find evidence of who is directing the mercenaries. You are able to locate one of the actual gate guards, finding a group of mercenaries outside the walls. After you help her defeat the group, she explains what happened. One of the leaders of the refugees approached the guards, explaining that they needed to gather medicinal herbs outside the walls on your orders. When the guards opened the gate, they were swarmed and the refugee disappears. It seems you have a traitor inside Dun Harrow who orchestrated this attack. Gain an inspiration and suffer a fear. Now, don't I have a thing about when I suffer a fear, or is that Boromir? Well, I immediately lose Emboldened, which sucks. Because I can't negate that. That's really annoying. And then I gain a fear. Surrender. Keep this face up. If you would discard a fear, flip it face down instead. So that's a pity. I was sure I had something about dealing with fear, but I guess I used it or got rid of it. Anyway, I have 1 more action. But let's actually finish resolving this interaction first. Right. The fear of being watched follows you to one of the guard's stations. Something baleful has directed the mercenary attack. So we've got a little token up here. Alright, well, with this in mind, then let's shoot that goblin, I guess. I've got Pierce on my bow anyway, so it makes sense. So it is 4. And I've got Clever Wit, actually, which also helps me with archery. I forgot about that, so... Well, that's just 1. But... if I discard all of these, I kill the goblin, so let's just do it. So that's 3 in total, because this was prepared. Oh, do you know what? I don't actually need 3 hits. I only need 2, because that's 3 hits with Pierce. So, yeah. So I will keep the inspiration token. Or do I keep Clever Wit? The inspiration token is just objectively better, but the one thing I like about keeping Clever Wit is it keeps it out my deck, which means I can get to the good cards more easily. So maybe we keep Clever Wit, actually. Yeah, I think let's keep Clever Wit. No, I've changed my mind. We'll keep the inspiration. Okay, cool. And then we gain another inspiration as well, which actually I will give to Boromir, because then we have 1 each, and that's useful. Alright, Goblin Scout's dead, and that is the end of our turn. So the giant spider... Oh, the goblin's dead. And the giant spider scuttles in and attacks Renarian. You killed my goblin friend! How could you? No, please. I'm innocent. You didn't see anything. The spider hesitates to attack outright, waiting for you to be lowered. Waiting for your guard to be lowered. After this attack, discard an inspiration. Oh, no, I don't want to. Boo. So this is Wit again, so I actually need to shuffle and draw another card. Well, I might as well spend my inspiration because I'm going to have to discard it anyway. Provided I have an opportunity to do so anyway. Well, we've got a success, so I mean it doesn't matter. The inspiration's gone, the damage is prevented. Uh-oh. A Goblin Scout! This one's an elite. He's mad. It's like, hey, you killed my friend. Now I'm gonna kill you with my flag. Ah, no. 3 goblins? Oh my god. These are just enemies from the core set. Goblins, get out of here. I need to investigate the thing, and I'm bad at it. A messenger finds you in the battle, one of the refugees you remember escorting not long ago. The mercenaries have sabotaged our supply of weapons sometime in the night. The commander suspects a traitor in our midst, and will need more time to marshal the defense. Each hero suffers 2 fear, which spirit negates. I found the traitor. So this is spirit. Uh-oh. When you test to negate... Yeah, I can't negate any of this, so I just take 2 fear. Yep. Gloom. Troubled. After you or a nearby hero suffers 1 or more fear from the darkness, that hero suffers 1 additional fear. Well, fortunately there's no darkness. Unfortunately, I'm now 1 fear away from bad times with Renarian. Meanwhile, over here on Boromir, we're testing the same thing. It's fear. It's spirit. Our plate armor doesn't help us. So, we can but give up an inspiration to prevent 1. Which I suppose we should do. Unfortunately, we lose Emboldened. And we take 1 fear. Impending Doom. Discard a prepared card or suffer another fear. We shall discard Clever Wit. Oh dear. This has gotten really hard. Ugh. I'm not really a big fan of what's going on here. What's the story with these goblins? Oh yeah, right. Reset the decks and scout 2. I always forget. It's literally the game's whole mechanism. I should have pushed the barricade all the way up to my investigations here, instead of just leaving it behind. If I'd pushed the barricade into this space, I wouldn't have a problem. Okay, here we go, with Renarian's Scout 2. We've got Unyielding Spirit and Mischief. Mischief is one of her skills. It says, during your turn, you may choose a hero to select 3 cards from the discard pile and prepare 1 card and put the rest back on top of their deck and discard this skill. That could be really helpful for helping Boromir kill some goblins. We've got Unyielding Spirit here. It's useless because I have no inspiration, so that goes on the bottom. And then it's Boromir's time to shine. He's got 0 prepared cards and 0 inspiration. Everything's going pretty badly wrong for us right now. So that's just great. This game is at its best when it's just going horribly badly and it just wants you to check wisdom on everything. It's my favorite when it just asks me to constantly check wisdom. I've had 1 wisdom test. The problem is the wisdom tests are just so hard for me. Actually, wasn't the other token wisdom as well? I can't remember. Anyway, here we go. 2 scout. So we've got Blood of Gondor and Born to Lead. Obviously we prepare Born to Lead and put the success back on top. So then... Yeah, okay, so here's what we'll do then. We'll use Born to Lead to embolden both Boromir and Renarian. And then Boromir will attack the spider and move in here. And then Renarian will shoot the goblins and then maybe shoot them again. It'd be good to hit them with the War Charger, though. Because... that's got Sunder on it, and I would like to Sunder them. Yeah. Why is this terrain set up all this incredible stuff, and then all of the fighting just happens out here where the objectives are? Maybe this is for more players. I've heard this is actually a lot better at 4. Anyway, we're not 4, we're 2. So, yeah, let's murder the spider, and then we'll take it from there. So Boromir's going first. He's used Born to Lead. He's going to murder the spider with a might attack. So here we go. What's the spider's deal? 4 health, right. Easy peasy, probably. So 1 success, plus emboldened is 4 hits, so that's fine. So it's dead. Boromir gains an inspiration. Easy peasy. And then really all I can do is move in here, because I need to do the objective. Toot toot, old Bahor. play it for the goblins. And then I guess Renarian's just going to hit those goblins twice. Hopefully just once, but I can't imagine it's going to be just once, actually, so... There we go, we've got one success here. I don't think there's much we can do. Well, we could use Chicanery, actually. If we use Chicanery, we get to add... Oh no, that's when we interact and test. We're not interacting. So we can't use that. So yeah, actually, we just do 5 hits because we have Emboldened. And then I guess we just go again. Two successes this time, so we can do 3 hits with Pierce. So it's 5 hits with Pierce. I wonder if that's enough to kill them. No. No, it's short by 1. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't have anything I can do I? No, nothing. Damn. Alright, well that's it. That's the best I can do. I should have given her the inspiration. I don't know why I gave it all to Boromir. But I suppose if he's going to be doing this investigation next turn, then that'll be that. Let's see what happens anyway. The goblin attacks Boromir, which Spirit negates. I mean, quite frankly, I've already succeeded with my plate armor, so it's all negated, so that's fine. After this attack, if you're in darkness, flip 2 fear face up. I am not in darkness, so I shan't do that. Alright, and then the elite goblin is coming after Renarian. Ah! Stop killing my friends! I don't have an inspiration. Joke's on you. But also, if I don't get 2 successes here, then I'm going to have to make a last stand, which I'll probably fail. Nope, I definitely have to make a last stand. So I take 1 damage. Fever, discard inspiration, then flip this face down. I don't have any. Joke's on you. But here's my 5th fear. Gloom, face down. I don't think I'm going to be able to pass this, actually. I need 1 success. But I'll probably just fail this, actually. Oh. No, I need to make a last stand. Where do I go to do that? I forgot. Is it here? Confirm. Fear. Wisdom! Well, we're screwed. I can't do wisdom! It's so bad! Stop making me do wisdom things! Oh god. Yeah, there's nothing there. That's it. It's over. We failed. I think. Just making sure. Yep, if it had been might, I would have been okay. Well, I would have... Yeah, I would have been okay. Chicanery doesn't help. Boromir doesn't have anything else to help. He's got 2 inspiration. I should have given her an inspiration. When I killed the spider, I should have given it to her. You have failed. Alright. Womp, 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 womp. Renarian, I'll do my best to avenge you or some such. Even though you are grateful for the defenses you have planned around Dunharrow, you feel your bones every hour spent digging trenches. Each hero test might. If you fail, flip 2 damage face up. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to fail because I don't have any damage. I mean, if I fail, it's no big deal. Yeah, I'm not going to spend any inspiration. I need it for my last test here to try and succeed. Alright, Orc Marauder. I mean, why am I getting this miniature out? Like, I'm not going to have time to fight it or kill it. You know, I'm not a big fan of how they sort of just put the objective in the space with all the enemies spawning on it. Oh my god! Right, Orc Hunter is this guy. Boromir's arch nemesis, Bow Orc. I mean, great, cool. I get another inspiration because there's enemies in my space. Okay. We've got sleep anywhere and honed agility. Let's prepare. Oh, we can't prepare. Yeah, we'll prepare honed agility and put sleep anywhere back on top. Okay. So what's the crack here? Basically, if I want to interact with this token, I'm going to have to provoke everybody. And I don't really see how I can complete the mission. If indeed interacting with this token does complete the mission. But I'm not sure how we would have had time to do much more than this anyway. So I guess I just need to like survive 3 attacks and then also perform a good test and then do that again. But there's no other hope because I could spend my actions killing these enemies pointlessly and then fail anyway, so we might as well try, right? So I have to provoke everybody if I want to interact with the token. So we'll start with the giant spiders, I guess. We'll start with the orc, I guess. Alright, so this is agility negates. I have -1 agility, so it's 2. I mean, I'm going to build it. I'll just put it back. So there's 1 success and 2 successes, and then I get 1 more from plate armor, so I've actually passed that. So I guess I'm still emboldened, but it's not going to last. Alright, and now we can provoke the spiders. So this is spirit negates this time. So we got 3 spirit. We got 2 successes. We can add 1 from plate armor, and we could spend an inspiration or just take a fear. I'm going to save the inspiration for the test, so we'll just take a fear. It is Hysteria. You and each nearby hero suffer a damage, and then discard this card. So discard that one, and we take a damage instead, which is Dazed. Before you interact with a threat token, you must spend an inspiration. Fortunately, this is not a threat token. And then we must provoke the last group, which is the Goblin. So this is a might check. I'm good at those. I automatically have 1 success as well. And there's a second success. Oh, 2 more successes. So that's completely passed. Oh, I've got no successes left for this actual test now, but oh well. As you investigate the fallen mercenaries, you are unsure of what it is you seek. You are certain that these warriors had unnatural help. Then you find your proof. One of the slain mercenary captains clutches a small shard of black iron. Cold to the touch as you examine it, a strong sense of doom steals over your spirit as you consider what this small token could mean. Oh great, so I'm actually not going to be able to do this because of all the enemies. Test spirit. I've already used all my successes, so this is just going to be 0. Oh, also I have to get rid of them now. Yeah, nothing. Great. Oh god. And now I've... I hate this mission. I hate this mission. This has not been fun or interesting at all. Right. There's no point in attacking these enemies. I'm not going to be... I couldn't have killed all 3 groups even if I used both attacks on them. So my only hope now is to do this again and hope that when I reset my deck I get some successes in there, because I can't spend my inspiration. Which is just miserable and not at all fun. So here's Might, 0 successes, but I get 1 automatically, and I might as well spend my inspiration here because there's no reason not to. So completely evade the attack. And then I provoke the spiders. So this is a wit negates. I have wit 3. So there's 1 success. I'll add 1 with inspiration and then take 1 from the plate armor. So that's fully evaded again. And then I have to provoke the goblin. So that is 1 damage, which I'll automatically evade, but I'll still do the spirit. So it's 1, 2, 3 cards for spirit. Alright, there we go. At least there's no successes there. I add a success from the plate armor and take no damage. Right, so now I just gotta pray that I draw some successes, and ideally a good number of them. So we're testing Spirit again, which is 3. So we got 1 success. And that's it. 1 success. It's not going to be enough. Yep. And that's it. The mercenary forces are irrepressible, and they soon breach even the thick walls of Dunharrow. The refugees in the Rohirrim are forced to flee once more, and you travel with them to relay the terrible news that the fortress has fallen. A choice must be made now. Will you travel to help Gondor, or stay in Rohan to offer more aid? The heroes must collectively decide to travel to Gondor or stay in Rohan. Well, chat says stay in Rohan and try and help, so I guess we stay in Rohan. Fangorn Tangle, Chapter 5. The mercenary forces have entrenched themselves somewhere in Fangorn Forest, and none of the rider groups are willing to enter such a foreboding area to root them out. Strange noises are heard from beneath the trees, and the shadows never seem to give way to the bright eye of the sun. King Theoden has asked you to face the danger, where a small group of resourceful warriors might be able to pass unnoticed, where a group of thundering riders could not. The next adventure will be a journey map. Well, you'll have to come back and see more about what happens in Fangorn Forest in the next episode. So subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll continue to make my way through spreading war. Not that I'm doing very much to stop the spreading of the war. Do you know what's kind of frustrating is I rooted out the traitor. Like, I found the traitor, and then there was just a traitor anyway. Like, did I get it wrong? I don't know what else I could have done in that last mission to get it right. The writing in this game is so infuriating. Subscribe so you don't miss more of it. Subscribe to ease my pain. It's free anyway. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this in spite of my frustrations. And I guess I should have used that barricade, but I don't know if I would have had time. Like, we only had 20... so at best, like, if we'd solved the mystery of the gate right away, so there's only 4 threat a turn, that's still only at best, a 6-turn game with a 22 threat cap. At best, a 6-turn game. At worst, it was like whatever we got out of it. Anyway, I'll be back next time. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Check out the Patreon if you want to support this content, and keep us free and independent. Keep our editorial freedom. That's the term I'm looking for. See you all next time. Bye-bye for now.